The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Jenn. If you're brand new to the show, I want to give you a big welcome. We're all about metaphysics, working with angels, working with spirit guides, our spirituality, law of attraction, manifesting, just living a life with a higher vibrational frequency. So we're just all about living life better and soul growth, spiritual awakening, all of those things. We talk about all of that. Today we're looking at astrology and numerology because we have a really cool, very powerful day lining up for us on August 8th. I mentioned it last week in the show, but today we're going to go into that a little bit more so you understand it, so you can see where the history comes from. And with what I was thinking about this morning when I was in meditation, and I always do that just to get aligned, clear my own energy, make sure I'm in connection to help you if we do any readings, things like that. And with law of attraction, it's all about intention and your thoughts, where you're focusing them, what do you believe, things like that. Then we're going to look at the history between numerology, the angel number, if you want to call it as well, and astrology about this date, August 8th. This comes around every year. It's an 8/8 day. But even if you didn't believe in any of this, it's really, when you look at law of attraction and you do believe in that, it's about your focus, whatever brings your focus. So say you just want to believe in, changing your life in a new direction. What would you focus on? So we're going to show you how this can work in today's day. And it is historical. I mean, this is ancient civilization stuff. So it's interesting. And let's start off with the numerology. I'm going to present some things about that day, and then we'll go over to the chat. We are live streaming from my YouTube channel, Jenn Royster, if you want to go find it. We have the live chat open there, and people are joining. Hello to you. I see you guys there, so welcome. I will come back to the chat in a little bit and answer questions and things like that. So let's talk about this a little bit. This is a big manifesting day, one of the most powerful days of the month of August. So that's on August 8th. So in numerology, 8/8, what is it? What is the 8? Okay, 8 is a number of infinity. It's represented by the infinity sign. That's endless. It continues. It never stops. It's also representing abundance, finances, spiritual awakening, higher frequencies, things like that. It's a very powerful number. When it's doubled or tripled or quadrupled, it magnifies the power of the number 8 in numerology. So if we were to look at, say, what it represents with angel numbers, it represents I'm sorry, I got my notes all over the place. A symbol of patience, dependability, reliability, power, authority, good judgment, ambition, wealth, abundance, again, there it is, responsibility, inner wisdom, discipline, just being there, your business goals, what you want to manifest for yourself. So this is a manifesting power day, is what we're talking about. So that's the part from numerology. We're going to talk about a couple of other things about the date. So first of all, in astrology, on on August 8th, it's a new moon in Leo. Leo is bold. Leo is courageous energy. Leo has the power to overcome the fear and do what it's got to do. It's also about coming from the heart. You're making those choices from your heart. It's your heart's true passion. You're being your truest self. So you're bold and courageous to be your true self, no matter what people say, no matter what is out there that goes, you feel like you're the only one going in that direction. Be proud of who you are. Be bold to be who you are. If that feels right to you, then that's the way you should go. I'm very much a believer in that. And I always seem to be going in a different direction from other people sometimes, but it's also where I'm the happiest. And to me, that is an abundance. I want to find the abundance in happiness, peacefulness, a balance in life, not just in financial gain. Of course, we use that and it makes things more comfortable, but a balanced life is so important. Our health, being healthy, all of these things are representative of abundance in relationships. So August 8th is a new moon in Leo. So we have that energy going on. It's aligning with something really cool called the Lion's Gate portal. Okay, so we have a Lion's Gate portal. What is that? So I want to tell you a little bit about the Lion's Gate portal. This is associated with a star called Sirius, and it's rising every year around this time in August. This year it's a little rare. It happens to be aligning at the same time as the new moon, which we know represents new beginnings. And it's a Leo new moon. So we have this great energy on the same day. Now, why? What is this star? The star, Sirius, is considered to be our spiritual sun. And so ancient civilizations, they would track Sirius and they believed in its power of abundance. So here it is again. If your thoughts, if your beliefs believe that this star does that, it's kind of like that was their symbol to keep their focus and tension on their abundance. It could have been their crops. It could have been anything. Their civilization being healthy, whatever it was in the day and time. So in modern time, we're looking at, okay, I could, you just use this, using that symbol, it gives you a focus in meditation. It gives you a place to focus your intentions. We talked about intentions last week, big deal. So I'm glad we did that last week so we could be ready for this one. So together, it's a magnified, amplified manifesting day. So right before the show, I asked the angels for the guidance and the insights, for the clarity for the message. And guess who came through? And I loved it because I asked Michael, I always ask Michael to just be there with us, keep us straight and organized. I asked Gabriel for clarity, and then right behind it, Archangel Raziel came in, which he's the one that is the keeper of God's secrets. He's the one about manifesting and esoteric things. So I went, oh, perfect that you're here. That's awesome. So we have 3 of them with us today that is guiding me as I share the information. So if this is a powerful manifesting day, we want to pay special attention to what we want to manifest in our life. We want to pay attention to where our thoughts are going. We don't want to waste time on being angry or upset or, all the stuff that's not working. Don't fill your day with that, especially right now. I mean, for the most part, that's the way we want to be. But, life happens. It goes back and forth. That's realistic. But put a little extra effort here. Put a little extra effort in, okay, I know those things are challenging, and I know that all of that seems to be getting in my way. But as Lao Tzu said back in the Tao Te Ching, the water will always find a way around the rock. So the rock is the obstacles. If you go with the flow of how the universe is bringing things into your life or how it seems to be going, be the water. It will find a way around the obstacle, right? So we have all of this great wisdom coming together for us. And being a turbocharged day, It brings greater awareness and sets us ready for the course ahead. So I'm going to give you a little bit more insight here. So we've got Sirius lining with Leo, the new moon. We've got spiritual sun here. So this is a very spirituality day. And I'm going to give you a little bit more information about the Lion's Gate and what astrology says about that. So if we have on August 8th, we have a new lunar cycle in the presence of the Lion's Gate portal is what it's called. It makes a very high vibrational energy. This allows us to connect with our inner Leo energy, our lion, courageous, bold, not, walk through, overcome obstacles, don't be afraid to be who you are, speak up for yourself, things like that. So if it's activated, if the Lion's Gate is activated due to the rising star Sirius, and this is coinciding at this time of year, it's a rare day. So this is being our spiritual sun. It's about rebirth. This is about the spirituality side of us. This is about that inner who you really are. And whether you believe in anything or not, it's not about a religion. This is nothing to do with any type of religion. This is the spiritual aspect of who you are. It's about rebirthing. You're finding a renewal. You're changing directions. It's about the abundance. It's about spiritual advancement. It could be about spiritual awakening for you. New horizons, higher frequency. It's a higher state of consciousness. All of these things together is where you're going to find some answers you may have been looking for a very long time. Also a direction in how you're manifesting in your life. So if this is on August 8th, and this is the power date for manifesting, now we have this 8-8 with Sirius being there. It's going to be a very spiritual awakening type of day as well, and an abundance and manifesting day, which is making sense why Archangel Raziel is showing a strong presence here. Raziel is an interesting angel to work with. I've done shows on Raziel before, and I'll never forget the first time I worked with him. He was just, you feel like a kid. You're so excited. You want to learn. And he's like, he'll wait till you stop asking and talking. He's got all of eternity to wait. So it's like, calm down. Jojo, the circus boy, is what I felt like. And he's like, just calm down. And he doesn't say anything. He just waits till you stop talking. He waits till you listen. That's how he's worked with me. And that's probably what I needed. And this time I'm trying to be a lot more patient, quicker, and listen more. And I'm intrigued to see what will happen and unfold with that for all of us. You, me, everybody. So if this high frequency energy of the spiritual sun comes in, and we have this number code of 8-8, we're talking spiritual intelligence as well. We're talking about DNA activation, which wakes things up. So it's just an interesting high frequency day when you look at all of the writings in astrology, numerology, ancient civilizations, what they believed. It's just an interesting day all the way around. So why not? I mean, what's it going to hurt to use this as a focal point on what you're trying to do with your life? So you could think of this energy as a key that unlocks your awareness at a higher level. You're like, okay, all right. Your destiny, where your soul contract is. What about light codes? I mean, what's coming in for you? What's waking up? What's waking up for you? And it might feel like, okay, it really feels like I need to go in this direction and I have no idea what I'm doing. I have really felt like that this year anyway. But if you go through and you're like, wow, I just want to go in this direction. I'm just magnetically pulled that way. What's stopping you? Because you don't know it or nobody else is going that way? And these are things to ask yourself, well, what are you waiting to follow what the rest of the crowd does? Maybe it's time to not follow. Maybe it's just time to start a new path. That's where Leo comes in. Leo gives you that bold, courageous, okay, we're just going to do this. I'm not saying throw the baby out the window with the bathwater. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying pay attention to these things that you really want to do, but you're afraid to do. This might be great timing for you. Great timing. I mean, new moons, if you work with the cycles of the moon, are great times to set intentions anyway, because they represent new beginnings. And moons represent our spiritual side anyway. So all of this is very, inner, deep. The biggest thing with this energy is you want to align it with your heart's passion. What brings you peace? What brings you happiness? What do you truly want to do if nothing was in the way? Money, finances, whatever. If nothing was in the way, well, what is it that you truly want to do from your heart? We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Now's a good time to rethink that. Think about what you would want to do. I mean, it's a magical time. So if we've got a new moon with the Lion's Gate, that's spiritual awareness and awakening and really getting us all together with this. And now this is a great time to set intentions. This is a good date. This is a great date. And we have it this year. We have it right now in a few days. It's just 3 days away? So now's the time to get ready for what you want to do. And don't overwhelm yourself. Don't try to do so many things at once. What's the most important thing that you would want to manifest in your life? What is the most important thing to you? What is it that you want? I mean, this is important that you think about that, because if you're aligning with your heart's passion, you're going to align with your soul purpose. The things that you just never get tired of doing, the things that you love, the things that excite you. If you ever notice that I get this way on the show, if you saw me all day long, every day, I'm not this wound up, but I love being here with you every week. I know that this is part of what I should be doing because I've been doing it since 2010 and I'm still here. Doesn't matter how big or small the group is. It doesn't matter because the abundance is there and the energy is there. And my intention is to align who wants to lift up in that and who this resonates with. If it doesn't, then they'll find what does. I don't need to have the masses if it doesn't resonate with them. But I feel that I'm doing what I should be doing. So that's just an example that I'm sharing. If you're moving your intention and focusing and merging with your higher self, you're going to go very far in a very powerful way, because now you're aligning that soul purpose with intention and you're believing it. So that's huge. These are opportunities that the universe is giving us that's rolling in right now. And you know, I already still feel it. It's just there. You want to believe in the miracles. You want to believe in yourself. Do you believe that you're worthy? Do you believe that this can happen for you? It doesn't matter if you've tried something for 100 times and it never worked. It doesn't matter. Do you believe it, or do you just believe, oh, I can try again, but it won't work? If you feel that way and that's your belief, that's what happens with law of attraction. That's where the intention is. With law of attraction and manifesting, and Raziel's reminding me this a lot. He reminds me too. I know. He's entertaining. He gives you project. With me, he gives me things to do. He gives me challenges. And he gives me these challenges to deepen my belief in myself or belief in what we're doing. And that's where it happens. It's interesting because, you may put, okay, I'm going to try this. And you're super excited and you put all this effort into it and it doesn't work. And then are you going to try again, or are you just going to give up? These are the things that'll get challenged when you're working with him a little bit, but he'll also show you you're missing the whole point. You've got to look past that. Because he understands the secrets of the universe, he helps you with these things. You just have to ask. But be prepared, because he's interesting to work with. Sometimes you're like, oh, come on. It's not always easy working with him. I've had my challenges, but it's been the best teacher I've He's been one of my best teachers. And so now when he shows up, I smile. I go, oh, we're going to do that thing again, aren't we? We're going to do that crazy stuff, right? Pretty much. That's how he works with me. That doesn't mean he'll work with everybody that way. I can only share what I've experienced with him. That doesn't mean that's the only way he works. I'm just sharing and being generous with, don't be surprised if it's like that. I don't know if he does that with everybody else. Honestly, I don't, unless, you know, I mean, some people say it's different, but it's that way for me. That's how he does it. Because I'm pretty steadfast and dig my heels in on something I truly believe in. But what if they were dug in on something that I need to change? That's where it can get bumpy. But it's always so much better after if I just go with the flow. Your higher self is really what you want to align with. Your higher self. I mean, that's the divine within you. That's that particle of you that is part of the connection of the whole. When you're aligned with that, it always knows what's best for you. It knows your journey. There's nothing to be concerned about. In the physical presence, you're on track. That's where you want to be, no matter what. And when you work from that state of mind, aligned with your higher self, and like I said, how do I get there? Heart's passion is going to be how you get there. Honestly, it's not as hard as we make it to be. It's always been there for us. We just sometimes don't trust it or believe in ourselves. Your heart's passion, the thing that never dies for you, the thing that's always there, what you love, okay? And it doesn't have to be the job. It could just be an activity you love to do. It doesn't always have to be how you make your living. It's always nice if it's aligning, yes. But if that's not the case, is it a part of your life? Even if you're doing something different for your living and you're not giving yourself time to do what is that passion in your heart, you feel this aching. You feel you're always missing something, right? That's what I mean. So this is the planet here, or I'm sorry, not the planet. This is the new moon for high creativity energy. It is a high creative energy time. So if you have projects or you're trying to figure out some new plan or design, you're a creator of any type, whatever it is you're trying, maybe you're trying to just plan something new in your personal life, whatever it might be, high frequencies are here. Okay, so I also want to give you a little bit of heads up that Uranus, that planet, oh yes, that's the planet of awakening and change, and it's very active right now too. Just, you know, just know it's there because it can shake things up a little bit and you can have some unexpected surprises. Don't let that pull you back. We have Leo with us. We have Leo, yes. We have good energy here. So that planet's active right now, but here's the thing. If it's unexpected turn of events or there's changes coming or we're not sure, it's like listening and opening up to that unknown. That's the part that will usually, you know, get people start to like go, oh, I don't know about that. That freaks me out. Leo's here, so we're not afraid to look at the unknown. We need to know. We need to know so we can make good decisions moving forward. So all of this is all going to be good if we are not afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. That's where Leo comes in. But Uranus has a purpose. It shakes up the reality we're in so we can change it and shift it and usually this happens if we're not aligned with the higher self. So we're always working. That's the whole point of life here. When you look at it from this perspective, we're working to align with that higher self from the time we're born. And it's usually a lifetime journey. So it's not like, oh, okay, I'm just going to align with myself right now. And you feel like, okay, that's it, I'm done. It's an evolving journey, the whole thing. The whole point of your life purpose is the whole lifetime journey as well. The whole point is to grow on a soul level when you look at it this way. So Uranus being the planet of awakening, that's definitely going to have something to do with the spiritual awakening. So you have that going on. We have Sirius, the spiritual sun, which is a higher consciousness. And we have a new moon for new beginnings. And we have Leo there. It's okay. We're not going to be afraid. We're going to be bold and courageous. We're going to do this. It's an interesting lineup. So let's see how everybody's doing over in the chat. Let me go say hello. Hi, everyone. Let's see. We have Robin, Michelle, Shadana. Hi, guys. Delek, hello. Connectory, good morning. And Maddie, hi. So let's see. Let's start with Delek. Let's see. I really feel like that. I don't know where I need to go either. I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm having a huge confusion in my mind. I can't focus on anything pretty much. Okay, have you guys can't focus on anything? That sounds like some energy needs to clear when there's fogginess and also a grounding. I don't know. I feel like we talked about this before, but I'm going to do it again because somebody else might be learning something new today. If you feel foggy or scattered in the mental and you just can't get your focus anchored, we want to ground. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to focus on the bottom of your feet. Honestly, you always got your feet with you, I would think, and focus on them. Feel the bottom touching the ground. It brings your spirit, it brings your energy back in completely. It works really quickly to just help get you back in and grounded and centered. And now you're in the present again. It brings you into the now. You need to be in the now for anything to move and work, because in the now is where we create. That's where we have all the power to create anything we want to do moving forward. If you're in the past or if you're worried about the future, you're powerless, really. So we have to ground and be present. So I'm reminding you of that. I would highly recommend some clearing of your energy. You can do that in lots of ways, but I would definitely find the way that works best for you. So there's so many ways, and that's a whole hours topic. But energy healing is really the energy. It's about the energy. It's about energy healing is also about healing your thoughts, healing the beliefs, healing the physical body, healing everything, spiritual healing. All of that is, where are you with that, with the anchor? If you're trying to do too many projects at once, that can overwhelm you as well. I mean, trust me, I know. I mean, you can be scattered and have so many things going on at the same time. You may love being busy. I always have a lot of projects on my table, but I take them one at a time and I put the focus there. I can't work on them all at the same time. So I'm throwing that out there. Just doing a healing meditation. I've got the free healing meditation out there if you haven't used it yet. I think you have though. But use that. That'll kind of guide you to clear with the angels if you want to do it that way. Salt bath. Salt baths will clear energy. It's a conduit. It has to. Water and salt are conduit for energy. It's kind of like electricity is a conduit, and it will just help pull some of that energy out. And it's weird. It's something you can't see or feel, but you know that it changed and you feel better. So exercise does it. Walking, anything like that will help clear your energy. Also, just doing something fun, honestly, will raise your frequency higher. Just doing something fun and taking a break from trying to figure it all out can sometimes be the best thing you can do. So I'm throwing some of those things out there. But focus sounds like you need to come back in and ground. And if sometimes we're going through a lot of foggy, and that might be you're feeling Uranus a lot, because Uranus can make you feel that way a little bit sometimes. You can feel unsure. So don't be hard on yourself. You do the salt bath all the time. Okay, good. And it might be you're going through a process of it's coming off slowly in layers. I don't know how much was there. It sounds like it might just feel heavy. Also clear the space. Put the intention out to clear your home, your space, where you work, your car, your home, your property, whatever it is, where you resonate a lot, where you spend a lot of time. Clear that. You'd be surprised. Sometimes that does it. It could be you're absorbing outside energies. Sometimes we just have to do it more often. But the Uranus energy, and I do want to bring that up, it shakes things up to awaken us. It'll shake things up to show us things need to change a little bit. And it can make you feel like, well, wait, I thought I was doing something great here. And then it makes you unsure. So you might be in the process of a revolution within. That's shifting. So it's all something that people go through with spiritual awakening. It's pretty common to hear that it goes that way sometimes. So you just keep going, and just know you may have to reground a lot more often when you're going through a process like that. And some take longer than others, but it doesn't mean you're not progressing along. It doesn't mean that at all. Let's see. Maddie. Good morning, Maddie. Many changes happening for me, and I am doing my best to go with the flow for many changes coming, but I felt confusion at times. There's that confusion again. Do the angels have advice about whether I am being proactive enough right now? Immediately what I'm feeling is you're doing just fine. Okay, this is how it's coming out, and I'm not going to pull back. This is Michael saying, you have a little homework to do. You need to believe that you have made progress. You keep second guessing that. Is that making sense? I didn't mean for it to be so forward, but I needed to say it exactly how he said it, so it wasn't, I don't filter. I just wanted to give it to you. That just sounds so... It's a practicing believing and not second guessing as much is sort of what's happening, what I'm picking up for you. I know that's going to make sense to you somehow, but that came straight like bang. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to take that to heart myself. I have to make sure I don't feel that way too. Let's see, what else? I definitely will. Thank you for your advice. Oh, you're welcome. Robin, this is the first week since leaving my job that I feel release. Good. I'm a Pisces trying to go with my own flow right now. Setting intentions is something I'm learning. Any messages or just write more? No, I hear you. Well, Pisces is an interesting energy anyway. It's a spiritual sign, and it goes in and out and changes directions. Yeah. So the Pisces energy can swim back and forth, going in different, you can feel like you're going in all these different directions. One of the things that will help you, Pisces has a tendency to sometimes not feel anchored as well. So I'm going to go back to what I was sharing with Dalek, is sometimes you can feel like you need to anchor in and ground more because you just feel like you're going over here, then you're going over there, and you want to be in all of these places at the same time. Try the one step at a time. And give yourself permission. It's okay. I know I have that over there to do, but I need to do this well, and then I'll go to that. See if that helps. That's just what I'm feeling for you. It's interesting what I'm saying. Of course, writing helps you get energy out. That's how you're creative. Writing is giving you a way to move thought energy for you to sort it all out. At the same time, it would be interesting to see what I'm feeling, and this is coming from Gabriel, which is the communication angel, is to practice a different form that you don't know how to do. You know why? It's one of the best things I've ever found when I feel like my mind just is like, I can't figure out what to do. Go learn something you don't know how to do at all, because you'll get focused completely. And it doesn't have to be huge or big. It just needs to be something you don't know how to do. Just anything. Go read about it. Go learn how to do something new. It could be very, very simple. It could be simply taking care of a plant you've never done before. Just do something you're not familiar with, or a brand new recipe in the kitchen. It doesn't have to be crazy complicated. Don't overthink it. But what that does is it gives us a break from all the overwhelm of overthinking on the things we do have on our plate, and then when we come back to them, we can see it better. It just gives you that clearing reset that can help. Trust me, everybody could try that. I do that. I have to. Because sometimes there's just so many things going on, especially a creative mind or a, energetic mind. You will feel like you're just going in nonstop. Maddie, that would be good with you too, to help you sort. So I don't know what in the world with that message for you, Maddie, because that one was no joke. But take it to heart that it's a good message that will help strengthen you, because all of that being proactive enough, it's almost like you don't have to worry about how much or how little you're doing. It's more about trusting it, trusting and knowing and being confident in yourself. And it feels like that. It's really an interesting read. Let me see here. Giovanna, hello. Good morning. Do the angels have anything for me regarding my career and love life? Thank you in advance. Bet that's a lot for a show when I have to go fast, but let's see. It's going to be, okay. Okay, thank you. I'm picking up one at a time. Which one needs to be the priority is what I'm being told to tell you. It comes from Michael. It's like an organization for you. Which one takes priority for you is the one to focus with. Get that one in place first. Which one's most important? Which one is the priority for you is the answer I'm getting. So if that's what you want to know, it's like the both together. I mean, they may have it simultaneously, but one feels like it needs to be the priority over the other. And then the other one will fall into place second. I hope that made sense. I know, these reads are interesting, but I did ask for some very specific information today on reads, and they're coming through different. Connectory. I'm an introvert doing work that requires a lot of connection and visibility. I feel divided. How can I reconcile this? I can relate to that. You wouldn't believe how introverted I can be. I love being by myself. I'm just a loner in most things. I'm just comfortable. I'm not a big crowd person either, so I understand what you're saying. I have to clear after I've had a lot of activity with a lot of group or crowd, and it just depends on who I'm around. Some of them, they lift and it's amazing, and some no because of the work that I do. I've had to be very disciplined in a practice of clearing my energy on a daily basis. Yeah, so if you don't have something like that in place, that would be huge for you, because you need to be around so much energy. You need to revive and replenish. Think of it like spiritual food that will help fuel your soul, your spirit, your energy. It's kind of like you need to eat every day so you can function. You need to clear that and keep that strong too. I highly recommend that. That is huge. And when there is a burnout time, sometimes we have to pull back a little. But if it's requiring you to be around a lot of crowd or a lot of energy or, moving around like that, that's what I highly recommend. That's going to help you a lot. You will want to do it daily. Like, do it at night before you go to sleep. The first couple of times, do it at night before you go to sleep. Just clear, just put that intention out to clear. Do whatever you need for a little R&R, personal time. Just self-care. It's self-care. And then in the morning, just with that intention, just put out that gratitude and say, you know what? I'm going to start off clear, fresh. Thank you. Thank you for, and then go about your day. And at the end of the day, sometimes if you've never done this before, doing it twice a day helps a lot. And then you pretty much get into a pattern. Like, I'm going to do this first thing in the morning or right before I go to sleep. And then you wake up refreshed. That's what I would do. I know I do it daily because of the work that I'm doing and the activities and the projects that I have piling up. And that's okay. I used to let that really stress me and overwhelm me because I've always had so many things going on at the same time. And it used to just drive me crazy, but I have really learned that, they're there. It's opportunities, one at a time. Put your focus there. Say no where you got to say no. And leave when you got to leave. If you got a lot going on, you have to. You have to allow and give yourself that. So I'm going to put that out there for you. Let me see here, Maddie, it makes sense. Okay, she's going back to when we were talking to Maddie. I've been second guessing whether I'm on the right track. I'm waiting for a few things to unfold to get a stronger feeling about the right direction before pursuing a specific path. Yes, that's perfect. Actually, that's perfect. And sometimes we just, we just want the answer yesterday, and we still have a couple of days of waiting, or a little bit more might unfold, and then sometimes it just feels like you never get a reply back, or you never get anything to follow through and give you closure. Sometimes we just have to let that go and move on and not hold up your whole life for it. That's what I just picked up for you as well. Robin, the focusing to do one thing really resonates. I have been dabbling in watercolor, but hesitant. Oh no, girl, you need to just throw it out there and make a mess. Don't be hesitant. I think that's what Gabriel's pointing to. Yeah. You need to just throw it out there and make a mess. Coming from a true artist, traditional paint and mess. We call it the paintbrush and mess. Oh, yes. Yes. Because you need to explore past boundaries of not making a mess. I mean, you don't have to wreck your whole living area or anything, but don't be afraid of making a mistake. That's how you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to go with the flow. Believe it or not, when I do the intuitive paintings, I can't hold back. I have to just throw it out there, and it just looks like, what is this? A 2-year-old could do better. I feel like that sometimes, but the messages are profound and they come through and they're specific to the person. When I'm doing something on a canvas that I may sell or whatever it is I'm doing, they're all energy, and I don't know what they're going to end up being. One of the best things I ever learned was, don't be afraid of the mess when you're doing creation. When you're creating, especially in an art project like that, because the water will flow in watercolor, right? And we have all these little things we can use. We have masking, liquid, we have this or that. And if we have too much water in the brush, it flows too much. You get you a practice sheet, and you don't be afraid to put a mark on the paper. You do it. You just do it. It's going to be good for you. And believe it or not, I think it's going to give you what you need in the other areas of life. So I'm glad to hear you're doing something like that. Michelle, hi Michelle, do you see anything for me through the angels? I feel that you're looking for, that was a very general question, so I got to go fast, so I'm trying to narrow it down. I feel that you've been doing something a lot and it doesn't seem to be working. So you want to pull back, maybe just stop for a minute and go, all right, there's a different way to approach this. So I feel like you're looking for that way around the rock too. Okay? Don't be afraid to explore something different. Learn something new about an approach to what you're trying to accomplish. It's a different approach you're looking for. That's just what I'm picking up. It's really strong. So you're looking for the different approach, and that I'm getting a shaking of the head. Yes, you're looking for a different route. Maybe not a different project, just a different route to accomplish what you're trying to do. That's what I'm picking up. These reads are cool today. Let's see. Pamela. Hi, Pamela. I got attuned for Reiki. Is that 2 or 3? 2. And I have been scattered, so I think grounding is good. I also feel weepy and sad. What's that? Oh, that's the energy releasing off from the grounding and energy clearing. The weepy and sad part is the energy moving through. Think of a storm, a weather storm rolling through. It's intense, then it hits, and then afterwards there's that calm and like relief. Sometimes when I've done energy clearing on people, they have cried for 5 days. or they felt highly sensitive because the energy that they were afraid to release is now moving off of them. But we feel, when it comes to the surface and up and out, we sometimes feel it before it leaves for good. So I think you're on the right track. If you've been doing a lot with Reiki, and that's energy as well, you're moving energy, but that scattered, yes, grounding will help you. But the weepiness is energy moving out and away. So just hang in there. Nurture yourself and give yourself the self-care you need. You might need some time to yourself just to process things and be okay with your thoughts about how you feel about things. Connectory, thank you, you're welcome. Need to develop an evening bedtime clearing ritual. There you go. Because after your full day, there you go. After the full day, now you'll be able to rest better. I bet you'll find that you'll sleep so much better if you do that. And it doesn't have to be a big, long, crazy thing. You just need to give yourself time to do something. Start with what you can figure out with it. I mean, I honestly, as simple as it can be, you know, I used to be morning shower every day. I shower, even if I do in the morning, I always shower at night before I go to bed. I cannot go to, I call it washing my day off. Because the water is a conduit, remember? It could be a shower. And as you're in the shower, you put that intention out. Clear me. Let it go down the drain. That'll be an easy way to start something. Even if you are a morning shower person or whatever, do one at night before you go to sleep. You'll sleep so much better. I clear the energy. I have to clear energy off. I cannot sleep if I don't. I am so agitated because of being so working with energy all day, every day. I have to do that. It made the biggest difference in the world for me when I started that pattern. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up again so I could share that with everybody. Like you want to know what I do. I know, but that works. It really works. Let's see, what else do we have here? Robin, yes, explore past boundaries of not making a mess. There you go. I mean, watercolor is an easy one. I was doing this with oil paints. And you know what else is really messy? I was doing it with soft pastels. That stuff, that powder, that chalk goes everywhere. I know. And it, you know, back in the day when I was doing, when I was learning all that, 25, 30 years ago, it was more, okay, once you put the mark on the paper, that's it. It's very unforgiving. Where with acrylic paint, you could just paint over it with gesso and start all over. Some of them are more forgiving than others. But yeah, don't be afraid. You need to use something like watercolor or even the soft pastels will do that. You don't want to be afraid to make a mark. You don't want to be afraid to try and learn it. You're going to make you're going to make a mess. It's going to look like a mess. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just do it. Let's see. Where are we? Okay, let's see. I'm losing track. Oh, there we go. Margie. Hi, Margie. Hello. Do you see anything for me from angels or guides? Oh, you guys are giving me such general questions. Okay, got to go fast. Let's see. You're really making me sharpen my skills here. You're looking for a new opportunity. That's what I'm feeling. That's what came up. That's what pushed out. You're looking for a new opportunity. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm feeling this from your angels. Sounds like feels like a guardian angel for me. Expand your viewpoint. I'm getting the impression that you're looking right here, like we sometimes call it tunnel vision. You're looking straight ahead. You're expecting it to turn out a certain way, or you're looking in a specific spot. You need to expand your horizon, look further out beyond the scope of what you're used to looking. You'd be surprised. It might come in a very unexpected way. Sounds like the energy of Uranus is going to be interesting for you in a good way. You just need to be willing to look beyond the scope of your viewpoint. Expand it out, like wide lens on the camera. There we go. That's a good one. That's a good one for all of us to remember. Let me see here. Maddie, my struggle is in committing to things or people that will take me off the right path. Sounds like angels are saying to start making those decisions anyway before I feel more certainty. Is that right? You feel that you commit to things or people that will take you off the right path. Okay. If you're listening to someone else and you feel an inner red flag, but you go with it anyway, no, that's not what that meant. Do you understand what I mean? Like if you are listening to others or you feel like you're committing and it doesn't feel right, are you listening to that? That's a red flag coming from inside you. Why aren't you listening to that? That means no hold back. Now, if they're saying the same thing that feels right for you, then it's all the same answer. That's not necessarily listening to another person. It just happens to be the same answer. I wouldn't say that it's saying make a decision anyway before you feel certainty. No, it's make a decision that is bringing that peace and yeah, I'm good with that. No matter what happens, yay or nay, I'm good with that decision. Because it's just like the watercolor. Don't be afraid to try. Sometimes we have to try a couple of times before it works. That's the biggest thing I see. It's like you want to try and it not be a mistake. And as much as I would love for that to happen, I usually have to try something a few times too. I mean, that's just life. We can't be afraid to try. However, regardless of what anybody else is saying, including me, what I'm saying to you right now, you need to know that it feels right for you. For example, if you make a decision to go in a direction, no matter what has been said to you, does that feel right to you? And you have peace with whichever way it turns out, yay or nay. If you feel that way and you feel good about it, like, no, I want to try that. It may not work, but I'm going to try it anyway. That's where you want to be. That's how you want to make decisions because it feels right to you. You have peace with that decision. If it doesn't, put the intention out there. Okay, if this doesn't work when I try this, let me pull back and I hope that I learn what I need for the next try. Don't be afraid of trying something more than once to get it the way you want it to be. We learn something every single time we try. It's part of the journey. It's not a shortcut in the journey like you try once and then that's it. So I hope that's making sense and I cleared that up. Don't want you to be confused about that. You need to feel right about it. Connectory was just thinking about changing shower time to nighttime. Oh, well, there's your validation on that. Good for you. You are welcome, Margie. I don't know if that made any sense to you, but yeah, that's what you're doing. That focus thing. You got to broaden your scope of what you're looking at. Now, whoa, that was a lot. Here we go. If anybody out there, if you take a moment and you just really get serious about what your intentions are. So for example, Maddie's trying to sort this out. Everybody that was here in the show today, whatever you're trying to sort out, look at what your intention is. What is the intention? To be in a relationship or be in a healthy relationship that supports you? Or just be in any kind of relationship as long as there's, you gotta, that's where you do want to narrow your focus. I mean, sometimes we have to broaden our scope and sometimes we have to narrow our scope. It just depends on the individual or what's going on. Sometimes if we're not finding it here, then we broaden it, expand it to see. And then we bring it back and narrow it down on something. So sometimes we're going back and forth with this. It's an ebb and flow of life. The ocean waves come in and they retreat back and forth. It's always like that with energy. You're not looking to just settle. This isn't okay, I'm just going to settle and go with that. That's all I got. This isn't that kind of energy. This is about aligning with your heart passion and believing that you're worthy of it, having that self-confidence. So this is the type of energy being offered to you right now to allow your heart to guide you. Some people are really afraid to follow their heart. They feel like, I can't follow my heart. Yes, you can. Even if you're doing even if it's about your job and you want to change it, you could still work the job you're in to pay your bills and still follow your heart in some way. We don't want to make excuses for not following our heart, because the water will always find a way around the rock if we align with our heart's passion. Now we're aligned with why we're here to begin with. The journey we decided to do when we came to this physical life, the entire lifetime is the journey of realigning with the purpose. It's not just one purpose or the other. Sometimes you'll feel like you're going through so many different things. The whole lifetime is part of the journey, part of the soul purpose, part of the whole. And as you go along it, you learn things, you try things, you do this. Remember, what you do for a living or you know, things like that, or what you do in your projects, that's not your identity. You can change that all day long. That's not your identity. My identity is not what I'm doing right now with you. That's just what I do. I mean, that's what I'm doing in my job. That's what I'm doing for you. That's what we do. But that's just not my identity. You see, you can change your identity. You can go in and out of different things and explore. Life is to be enjoyed, not just endured. Remember, enjoy your life. Listen to your heart's passions. Take some time out with those intentions and look at this energy here that we have coming in with this new moon and this spiritual sun. With the Lion's Gate, we have a lot of support here that can help us in manifesting the life that is our heart's true voice, our heart's passions. Now we're aligned with our higher self. So I hope you've enjoyed the show today. I hope that you will go out and give it a go. I hope you have learned how to clear your energy, how you can start each day anew. And don't hold back right now. Really see what you can do. Don't be afraid to put that mark on the paper. You know, do it. Just do it. Enjoy life. Enjoy the mess, you know, that you might make when you're trying something new, or the mistakes, or, ooh, I didn't get that right. Let me try again. The more you work with that energy, the better you will become. It's just the way it works. So I wish everyone a beautiful weekend, a wonderful Lion's Gate on August 8th with the new moon. And I will see you next time here on the Jenn Royster Show. I hope you will give it a go. It's worth it. Namaste.
You've been listening to The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other